Rams is trying to hire a little Bronny. What? Hey, little boy.
Okay, you guys want to play a little in or out? Let's just play.
That might be the funniest line you've ever had.
Let me braid your hair.
Let me braid your hair.
That's one of the real hood lines.
The Rams will be monitoring Todd Gurley's arthritic knee in training camp. This after he rushed for only 45 yards combined in the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. See you in or out on Gurley bouncing back, finishing top 5 in rushing this season.
This is close for me. Earlier this morning, it came to me, I'm like, I'm out. But I got to change the pace. Todd Gurley's going to be in the top 5. That's not too difficult for him. I believe they're going to manage his reps, especially early. But, yes, I believe 1,200 yards will get him there, get him in the top 5. So I'm in. Late minute switch, I'm in.
If he can get to 1,200, he'll definitely be in there. 1,100 might get you there. Todd Gurley, until he proves otherwise, is no longer in consideration to be the best back in football. He's got to show us that he is the guy that we saw prior to the
final. He was probably in good shape until you named him the best back. Then what happened? Oh, my knee.
It's my fault.
That's
my fault.
Eagles, they done winning. Oh, they end up winning.
Okay. God, the Eagles prediction is a long time ago, man. I've had plenty of other wrong predictions since then. You could have gone from there. I'm in. This is a little bit of a prediction, a little bit of a hope. I like Todd Gurley. I like the way Todd Gurley's conducted his business in college and in the pros. And I don't want to see a guy in his mid-20s have arthritis derail his career. And so I know he suffered a major injury in college that maybe started us down this road, but I'm hoping Todd Gurley, at the very least, can still be a top 5 running back in this league. So I'm in. And the Rams sure as hell better hope he is, because they don't have anything close to a top 5 quarterback in this league.
All right, you're both in on Todd Gurley. Moving on to Aaron Rodgers. He said that his favorite target, Davante Adams, is a top 3 wide out in the NFL. Only Antonio Brown and DeAndre Hopkins have more receiving touchdowns than Adams the last 2 seasons. So, Chris Carter, are you in or out on Adams being the most underrated receiver in the NFL?
Aaron, I'm out, man. Like, stop. I mean, Tyreek Hill is underrated. Adam Thielen is underrated. I believe Julio Jones is underrated. And also, Antonio Brown, Julio Jones. You think Davante Adams is number 3? No, stop, man. Aaron, I know what you're trying to do, bro, but no. There's plenty of wide receivers that are more underrated than him.
So I don't think he's top 3 guy, but I actually, once I looked at his numbers, when I saw Aaron say that, I'm like, man, how can he even say that? Guy's got 35 touchdowns the last 3 years. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's playing with Aaron Rodgers.
I understand. Some of that time, though, Aaron's been out, injured, especially 2 years ago.
He didn't have no touchdowns when Aaron wasn't in there.
He had 0 touchdowns?
Well, just check it out.
Okay.
Just check it out.
All right, regardless, I'm going to be in on this, because I don't think he is considered a top 10 receiver by a lot of people, and his numbers say he is. I'm in on Davante Adams being the most underrated guy. He was certainly underrated by me. I had no idea he was averaging 12 touchdowns.
What about DeAndre Hopkins?
I think he just got a 99 on Madden. He's properly rated. You're mentioning
people don't talk about him as much as they should.
Okay, I think they do. I think people know how good DeAndre is. You're talking about all these great players. Thielen's a good argument.
You almost caused me to do something. If you ain't have a black eye on your right side,
what are you talking about?
I know if I hit you in the nose, you're going to bleed to death.
Madden was your counter-argument? The Seahawks locked up linebacker Bobby Wagner with a 3-year, $54 million extension. Seattle drafting Wagner in the 2nd round of the 2012 NFL Draft. He's been an important part ever since. So, Nick, you in or out on the Seahawks Super Bowl window still being open after locking up Bobby Wagner?
Jenna, Pete Carroll's still their coach?
Yes.
Russell Wilson still their quarterback?
He is.
Well, then their Super Bowl window's open. Coach, quarterback, lead. You got a top 5 quarterback. You got a top 5 coach. Your Super Bowl window is open. Added bonus, you bring back the best player in your defense, Bobby Wagner. I am absolutely in on Seattle's Super Bowl window being open, especially if the Rams come back to the pack a bit. We know the Cardinals are going to struggle. The Niners aren't close to being good. That division's awful winnable. Get a home playoff game. A little tough. I think I might be convincing Chris Carter a little bit. I'm absolutely in.
Man, you almost got me. You almost. Do I believe Seattle can win 11, 12 games? I don't think so. I don't think their roster top to bottom is talented enough. When Malcolm Butler intercepted that ball, Jenna, he shut the windows right on their fingers. Because since that, they are not Super Bowl contenders. They got a great quarterback in Russell. They will be a potential playoff team. But Super Bowl, no. Bobby Wagner, there's no middle linebacker I think is better than him in the league right now. But no, I got to be out. The Super Bowl window is... Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Ezekiel Elliott is still not at Cowboys camp. The team has a balancing act of figuring out who to pay first between Dak and Zeke and even Amari Cooper. See you in or out on Zeke getting paid before Dak?
I'm going to be out because I believe the owner is going to pay him. I would pay Zeke. I would get it done because I believe that can be more disruptive. Dak's going to get a contract. Amari's going to get a contract. So I just believe that the ownership, a lot of times you have to listen to what they're saying. It's not what I would do, but I believe that's what they're going to do.
And it's also not what I would do, but I wouldn't pay Dak at all. Like, I wouldn't pay him this whole year. I'd wait and see.
Right. I think you have a good plan as far as...
And hold the franchise tag over him. But they clearly are not going to do that. They are going to pay Dak. And it would set a really uncomfortable precedent if it's like, hey, we're going to pay Dak, we're going to pay Dak, we're going to wait on Zeke. Then Zeke no-shows, and it's like, nope, we'll pay Zeke first. I don't think they're going to do that, even though they should have never been in this position. They should have kept it mum on Dak, paid Amari because you traded for him, paid Zeke because he's great, and tell Dak, you got a best running back, top 5 receiver, you got this great offensive line, go earn your money this season. But that's not what they're going to do. They're going to pay Dak like $31 million a year because they're crazy, and then we'll see if they have money left over for the best player on their team, Zeke.
All right, we end in the NBA today. On Friday, Russell Westbrook was officially introduced as a Rocket. There are questions about how well Russ and Harden will fit together, but the talent is unmatched. These two have combined for 15 All-Star selections. So, Nick, you in or out on Russ and Harden being the best backcourt in the NBA?
Obviously, I'm in. I mean, what's the Dame and CJ? Steph and Clay with Clay, no, I'm in. You got 2 MVPs. You got, what'd you say, 15 All-Stars?
That's it.
All these All-NBAs? What's up?
Didn't we do in the NBA Finals a list of the best backcourts all time? Was not Clay and Steph on there?
They were.
Where were they at on the list?
I don't quite remember. They were very high on the list.
I mean...
Yeah, maybe the best backcourt ever.
Yeah, so now they went from the best backcourt ever. You know people watch these shows and they play them back?
Yeah, I understand. But that was when Clay had an intact ACL. You don't have an intact ACL this year. And this backcourt didn't exist yet. How about that? Threw a little curveball at you. Couldn't rank this backcourt there because they didn't exist yet. Now they exist. And Clay had both knees intact.
I'm just going to tell you, just like I told your wife. If you're going to be married to Nick Wright, you might as well sign up for some marriage counseling because he's crazy. These two guys together, you better get some marriage counseling.
When did you tell my wife that?
Just relax. We talk.
Before you got married.
We talk, man.
Just relax.
All right, take a break. Coming up, could Zeke's holdout drag into the regular season? Still ahead on First Things First.
You know that's my sister.
See, what do the women say to Bronny?
Hey, let me braid that. Because you know it's going to take 2 or 3 hours.